you had sent me something that somebody who is trying to do something different. So I guess how you sent me this. So Mel Gibson is developing a show about Christian fought off, the Muslim invader. So he's making something about the Crusades, right? Right. So he's trying to make something about the
So interesting.
yeah. So this is
That's interesting.
right. So this is where something are like, okay, so it's a TV series in the work in which Christians are the heroes, but it's not coming out of major Hollywood studios. So it's I guess he's working on a limited TV series about the Siege of Malta, which is an incredible story, only one to place in film. So and so this is interesting. So the Great Siege of Malta in 1565, centuries prior to that, the Crusade Order of Hospitalier warrior monks made a promise to defend Christendom against the most dangerous foes of Malta. They kept their promise and faced full onslaught of the powerful Ottoman Empire. Now, this is history, folks. I mean, this is kind of like what, this is a little bit different. This is not you're making the Pope a chick, right?
Right.
This is actually, this is what happened. And most of the times, granted, when we have stories about one of the, I like when people say, well, the Crusades or something. It's like, well, which crusade are you talking about? You talking about because there was so many battles fought.
There was more than one. Yeah.
Right. So if you go to Turkey and you watch television, you're gonna watch a lot of, Suleiman, came out and he defeated the Christians, right? And victory, right? Because there was victories on both sides of that. Uh, but they have no problem saying, "Hey, look at the awesome Muslim conquerors on those battles." But it seems like we sometimes, as Christians or Christian nations, we have a problem saying, "Hey, look, we actually won some battles too, right?" Well, we're never the heroes. I think there was
Right.
a recent series where or talk about the Templars, um, and they were painting in a. It's I never got to finish it, but it did seem like they were painting us in a very harsh light, which
Oh,
usually
really?
this TV shows do. They kind of subvert it. I mean, it's kind of like that TV show, The Chosen, where everybody's talking about, oh, it's so wonderful because it tells, Bible studies and history, but through the eyes of the quirky millennial or something. But it's filled with ideology that's counter Bible. It makes, I mean, it had some horrible thing about the Virgin Mother.
Mm.
Um, and you're just like, what is this? Right. And in a sense, you have to be careful when everything is that's why I kind of like the Mel Gibson's doing it because whenever you're dealing with Christianity, they do always seem to want to add those little things
Mm-hmm.
that either never were in the story or also trying to subvert it, trying to
Right.
do this whole subversion thing. So the Battle of
And
Marta truly was an event.
yeah, it was a true event. And I think it's great that we're getting other stories. One of the problems that we have with Hollywood right now is that they are recycling stories. They're recycling stories with race swapping and gender swapping to try to pretend like that makes it fresh and original, but all it does, it make it feel like tokenization, and which corrupts the original stories that we all love, that most of us like just fine the way they are. I don't need a black Luke Skywalker. As a little kid, I loved Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia. It didn't matter to me that their skin wasn't tan. I just wore my hair in those little buns on the side, made my mother put my hair like that, and wore a long cape. I mean, that was fine with me. I didn't need them to be changed to, get, a dark brown girl to play the roles. And so the problem is Hollywood's run out of stories. Here's a great story that people don't look at. The Great Siege of Malta in 1565, a pivotal battle in European history. The Ottoman Empire was defeated, and that's fabulous. That's something. Let's look at something different. I mean, I'm kind of tired of seeing the same World War II movies. Also, Fletcher, it
Oh
seems
my
like
gosh, everything's
every
World War II.
season. I mean, it's a big war, yes, but good doggone it, do we have to have so? It seems like when it comes to people of color too, it's always a slavery movie. I'm tired of slavery movies. I'm tired of World War II movies. Sorry, no offense. But we've been there. Are there other periods of history?
No.
Um there are.
Like, share, subscribe.